What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 23 of Park to Prem here with Boston United. Today we are back in the Vanarama National League, of course, our second season in this division, and the match that we have today is the match that we have to win, and that might seem mad to say 8 games into the season that this game is a must win, but we're taking on Cheltenham today, and as you might be able to tell by the league table, they are our big rivals. We are the two teams unbeaten in the league. It's going to be a fierce competition. And well, since you were last here, we've played a few games and we've also done a little bit of transfer business. So let's talk about the business first. And well, sadly, on the outs, a fan favourite, dare I say. I feel like this guy, maybe he's not a fan favourite. He had the potential to be, and he never lived up to it. Mamma mia. He's gone on loan to Kings Lynn, who are a team in our division. A chance for him to... Actually, they're not. Did they get relegated? I did think it was weird when they offered a bid for him. They did get... Okay, I take it all back. They're in the league below us. A chance for him to prove himself. He's not really doing it so far, bless him. I mean, he'll be remembered forever for his nickname. We'll keep an eye on him. If he develops, fantastic, but I don't think he's going to play for us ever again, I'm sad to say. On the ins, though, we've done a little bit of business, and one thing that I've wanted to continue to do is sign players who are young for the under-23s as part of the kind of longer-term ambitions to leave this team in the healthiest state possible. And as a result, we've brought in 3 youngsters, not for massive sums of money, but we've gone hunting across the British Isles and we've come back with a trio. The first of which is Callum Green, who joined us from Scottish League One side Alloa, and he's not a bad little player at all. He's 17 years old, great little centre mid, to be honest. He's actually training with the first team, although I've made him available for the under-18s. And I really like the look of him. He looks top quality. He's got a bit of a Sam York feel about him, dare I say. Fairly professional personality. There were some pretty big clubs interested in him, but we've managed to snap him up. And the other players that we've signed are not too dissimilar, really. The first is Steve Hulse, who is a centre-back we've signed from Cardiff Met Uni over in Wales. And again, for the under-23s, we'll see how he gets on. And last but not least, Ryan Kerr, who is only 16, the youngest of these players coming in. Fairly professional personality, signed from Glenavon over in Northern Ireland. I think there's quite a lot to like about him. He's quick, he's not bad in the air, he's got pretty good defensive intuition, and his mentals for his age really aren't that bad. So hopefully going to be a good one for the future. And of course, our under-23s are looking very stacked with all these players. Sadly, they don't play any matches, and my understanding is that because I requested this team be formed, that we get an under-23 team, they won't actually enter any leagues, which is a bit of a shame. But nevertheless, it's nice to have a stacked youth team, and many of these players are young enough to play with the under-18s where, well, right now we're not doing too bad. They're in 4th, but when you consider some of the teams that we're contending against and how high they are in the English footballing pyramid, I think we're doing okay. But anyway, that's what's been going on in terms of transfers. You may have noticed here, I am looking to bring in Roland Menayese, or rather, I was considered bringing him in. He got thrown my way via an agent offer. I offered him a contract and then left my scouts to scout him. It's come back. He doesn't like big matches. He's inconsistent. His work rate's not good. He's very one-footed. And you might think, Jack, why are you looking at centre-backs? Now, the reason I'm looking at centre-backs is Reece Bennett hasn't been very good, everyone. I'm going to say it. I'm going to whisper it. I don't want him to hear me. He's not been very good. Reece Bennett, you've got to prove me right here, or prove me wrong here. 6.88 average rating, not really good enough. The big plan was that if he didn't perform, I'd bring in William Cassidy. But you might notice here, William is injured he's been out for a while. He's broken his ribs, bless him. Hasn't had a chance yet to play for us. And given the fact he's injury prone, I have reservations as to whether or not he's really the ideal kind of centre-back partner for Quansah. So right now, Quansah, who has been by far and away our best centre-back for a number of years now, is kind of sat without a mate. I feel like I've acquired a panda in a zoo and we need to get him a partner. You know how pandas are really selective about who they breed with and stuff? We need to conservate Quansah. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I need to find him a female panda, everyone. We need to find him his mate. And Bennett ain't his mate. So the hunt goes on. That is something that we'll continue to look at. But considering that I don't really like our defence, we're doing remarkably well in the league. Although 3 clean sheets in 8 games is a little less than ideal. So anyway, let's run through these games. We beat Dover 2-1, which was a really good result. Quansah with a goal in this one. And well, against Notts County, the big bad of the league perhaps, Quansah was in on the action again. In fact, he got the opening goal in this game. A familiar sight seeing him at the near post for a header. It went into the back of the net, and from there, we, cracked on quite well. Mark Cooper got his first goal for the club, the young Northern Irish striker with the incredible finishing, showing a little bit of what he's all about. Jay Spearing did pop up for Notts County, but in the dying embers of the game as they tried to hunt down the game and rescue a draw, Liddell found himself through. And he scored. A really good result for us, this one. Notts County, one of our big rivals in the league. To beat them away from home was obviously a delight. And, going into the next game, we beat Telford 1-0 and followed it up with another win with a clean sheet at home, this time against Chester. We won this one 2-0. Great to see Zach Dromfield get a goal in this game. It's his second goal of the season, of course. He's a player who we've lent on incredibly. We just didn't have him at the end of last season and we missed him. So great to see him back. DKM also scored in this game his first goal of the season. Of course, he was the third highest goal scorer last year, and he was the reason we made it to the playoff final with that late semi-final goal. It'd be fair to say that he's not wowed so far this year, but he's put in some good performances. And, we're going to keep the faith with him today, as you will see. Anyway, in the next couple of games, we unfortunately couldn't get wins. The first was a draw against Woking. This game, really, the whole picture isn't told, I suppose, through the match report here, because in this game, we were 2-0 down, and then Grundy, who I was given a debut to, got sent off. Well, welcome to the first team, Grundy. I hate him already. I was so excited about this guy. He's a product of our academy. He came through a few years ago, kind of in the shadow of Sam York. Thought, you know what, give him his first ever start. He got sent off, did not make things easy, but despite being down a man, we pegged them back, and Junior in the last minute grabbed a winning goal. This was mental. This ending to the game was mad. We pegged them back to 2-2. They scored in the 89th minute, and then the Gibraltarian beast that is Junior scored. Can we see it? Football Manager? Well, there. I hope you enjoyed that goal. Why is that not? Let's try again, football. Let's try again. Can we see the goal? No, we can't. Well, we're not going to see the goal from Junior. It was a great goal. And against Aldershot, Junior popped up again with a goal, but slightly different story this time around. Aldershot 2, Boston 2. I'll show you the highlights for this one. We were great in this game early on. Cooper got a goal. Junior got a goal. It was looking rosy going into half-time. And then Tracy scored for them in added time at the end of the first half. And then Smith scored for them in added time in the second half. Yeah, bit heartbreaking to lose like that. And for a second game in a row, Junior getting a goal, but not enough to get us a win. He's started pretty well, the Gibraltarian. Give him some credit. He's been decent. He's been really, really good, actually. 3 goals, 3 assists, 7.45 average rating. I like him a lot. But unfortunately, he's suspended today because against Sutton, we beat them 2-0. But he was sent off in it. Of course he was. DKM popped up with a goal. We have a bit of an issue with discipline, it would be fair to say at the moment. Too many red cards costing us. So the big aim for the game against Cheltenham today is, let's not have a sending off. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, with Junior suspended, Grundy still suspended from his red card, and Cassidy injured. A little bit of rotation needed, nothing too crazy. But Sam Barrett, remember him? One of the best performers last year, who was ousted from the first team last episode. He's come back in. He's done quite well so far. A 7.23 average rating. He got a Player of the Match award as well. And, with our current circumstances, he gets a start today, a chance to show us what he's all about. I did talk about Bennett already, but Lyons at right back has been pretty disappointing so far, considering he was the big transfer of the window for us for £250,000. He's hardly hit the ground running, a 6.79 average rating. And also, because I didn't scout him thoroughly enough, I didn't know he didn't like important matches and was inconsistent. I'm hoping that's not going to be a longer term problem and that's not going to hold him back, and he will find some form eventually. But it is a bit of a down note, I suppose, to notice now after we've spent a lot of money on him. But we're going to keep faith with him. We're going to stick with him. Hopefully he can do the business for us today. Up top, you'll notice that Cooper is not starting. Whilst Mark Cooper has chipped in with some good goals, he's not wowed me yet. I mean, his average rating of 6.94 should probably suggest that. So we're going to give Akinwande a chance to show us what he is all about today. And I'll tell you what, I like this guy a lot. I think he's like the hokey cokey. He's what it's all about. And today, he's going to be a difference maker. I can feel it. You might be wondering, has Burrow had any opportunities, Jack? Have you thrown him into the first team at all? I gave him a sub appearance of a few minutes. He didn't do anything in it. Didn't even get an average rating in it. I've forgotten about this guy. I mean, he's good. We might come back to him if we really start to struggle for goals. And it might seem a bit weird, actually, because I'm talking about the team and I'm talking about a few players who aren't really performing. Don't get me wrong, there are some players who have hit the ground running and done really, really well. And also, it's a bit weird that I'm being so, not bitchy, but I'm complaining about all these players and we're top of the league and unbeaten. Like, I really shouldn't be as annoyed as I am, but I just feel like we could be a step above Cheltenham. Maybe today is the day that we show that we are a step above them. Right now, they are top of the table on goal difference. Hopefully, after this game, we will be ahead of them. Now, it is worth noting that during this run of games, Camwa had a little bit of an injury, so Yolo played a fair few games for us. He's on the bench today because Camwa is fit, but there is likely going to be a sub needed to be made there just because Camwa's coming back to full fitness. But I'll be honest, Yolo hasn't wowed me so far. There's a distinct lack of wowing in this team. We need more wowing. We need a female panda or just a panda. I don't think Kwanzaa minds what kind of panda he has alongside him, but we need to get him a mate, basically. And Akinwande needs to score headers like that. That was a golden opportunity straight over the crossbar. Not what I want to see early on. Anyway, 5 minutes gone, straight into another highlight. The ball gifted to Liddell, who's not scored enough goals yet. But could he get one here? He's bringing it forward. He smashes it. Just wide. I've come up with a new song for Liddell, by the way. I'm not going to tell you the new song until he scores. That's the deal. How many episodes will we be waiting to hear the Liddell song? Answers on a postcard. I mean, if we don't hear it today, I'm going to be disappointed. Came up with it in the shower. That's when you know it's a great anthem. Could he do it here? Could he do it here? Can he finish it? It's blocked. Do it for the people, Liddell. Barrett has a go, goes out for a corner. 10 minutes gone. We are having a fair few highlights here. This is not a game that has started slowly. It's not a cagey affair at the top of the table. We've not kept enough clean sheets this year, and I feel like we kind of know that we're not going to keep a clean sheet here. So let's go and attack. Let's try and get some goals in front of the gazebo and just score more than them. Kwanzaa has a header straight into Richardson's hands. I mean, so far, 5 shots. Only 1 on target, though. A little bit of a lack of cutting edge, I suppose, from us as we enter the first half of the first half. The second half of the first half we enter, rather. Nothing's happening. Something, please. Half an hour, 0-0. 35 minutes, 0-0. 37 minutes, 0-0. 40 minutes, we've hit 40, everyone, and something's happening, oh my word. I mean, don't be a goal for them. That's not how this is meant to play out. Huge tackle. DKM. Lions have a good performance today, mate, at right back. Liddell takes it past his man, gives it wide to DKM. Love that. Look at DKM. He's so quick. Can he pull it back into the middle? It's a penalty. Liddell is on it. I'm preparing the song sheets, everyone. Let me just get the... I've got the song sheets in my hand. Please score this, Liddell. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. We know when he's going to score. What a chance. What a chance. It's not actually written on the piece of paper I've got in front of me that you can hear in my hands. Don't know why I've got that. Put it down. Put it down. It's 1-0, everyone. Liddell scores. I think it's the best chant I've ever come up with. Now, it might be via a penalty, but I do feel like we have been the better team here against our big rivals in the league. Let's hope the second half can be as convincing. They are yet to have a shot on target. We have bullied them. Keep bullying them some more. Not that I'm encouraging bullying on this YouTube channel, but in this instance, it's acceptable. Akinwande's quick, isn't he? Oh my, okay. He can't long shot. He's quick and not a lot else, is what we're learning here. Lions with a chance to get it in. Akinwande has another header. At the moment, he's everywhere. He's having all the opportunities. Unfortunately, that he's not finding them going goalwards. He's only got 1 goal for the team so far. But to be fair, he has actually scored for us. That was a bit of a mad tackle by Camwa. Stay on your feet, mate. I don't want another red card here. We've had an issue with discipline so far. Gibson out wide. Woodyard now with it. Still only the 1 goal margin. And now Borkovic, oh my word, he hits the woodwork. That is not what I want to see. I'm gonna get shouty. Demand more. Come on. I don't really want to change anything tactically because for the most part we've been in control of this game. Edged out possession. They've only had 1 shot on target. Oh my word, it's hit both posts. It's fine. Get it into the gazebo. That'll do. I'm going to make some changes here. Because in the midfield, I feel like we're losing ourselves a little. DKM has not had the best of games. Let's bring in Jamie Kearns there. I'm going to take off Femi Akinwande and bring in Cooper. And I could take off Kamwa. You know what? I'm going to do it. YOLO. You only live once. The battle cry of a generation. Is it a battle cry of this game? Will he get a goal for us? I mean, there's another highlight before this concludes. DKM can't beat the first man. Let's make the changes. Let's get the new trio onto the pitch. Some fresh legs where we need them. Can they make something happen? I would love a second goal. That would keep me comfortable. As I said during the first half, I don't back us to get a clean sheet here, everyone. We just have to score more than them. Oh, Cooper, you're not that quick, mate, but are you quick enough for this level? Look at him go. He's left-footed. He could put the ball into the box. He does. A Little's there, and I'm not singing it again. I'm not. You can sing it in your head to yourself. No, don't do it. He scored it. Little, 6th goal of the season, 2 in 1 game. The song is inspiring him. Really unselfish by Cooper as well. I love that. And in a must-win game against a team at the top of the table who are also unbeaten, I don't want to say we're spanking them, but we're winning rather convincingly. And that is good enough for me. 10 minutes left. I'm gonna get a bit shouty again. I've not got shouty enough over the years. I think that's why we didn't win the league last year. Not enough shouting. Oh my word, Sammy Barrett, been quiet today by his standards. He's usually actively involved on the left-hand side, but, well, that is a mad ball. YOLO finds Kearns to Little for the hat-trick. Barrett back in. It's just hit Cooper on the shins. He does not know what's happened there. He's claiming that that's his goal. He has not swung his foot at that. That has bounced off his shins and gone in. And the moment I talk about Sammy Barrett being quiet, he gets an assist. Kearns whips it across. Little has an effort for the hat-trick. Great save by the keeper. I mean, Cooper cannot claim that as his goal. I'm sorry, mate. You have been merely a pawn in Barrett's game there as he's plotted out that move. It makes it 3-0. Considering that they were unbeaten at the top of the league, I was expecting more of a challenge. They are now playing a 4-3-3, and I think we're just tearing them apart in the midfield. Little, get your hat-trick, mate. Gives it back, well, tries to give it back to Cooper. They've just got 3 players up top. I probably should go a bit more defensive here, because they are just leaving men forward, but we're not going to do it. And as a result, we're going to lose. I've only got myself to blame. I will hold up my hands in a minute. That is my fault. That is my fault. There is absolutely no denying. 3-1, Cheltenham. I mean, is there a late comeback on the cards? Absolutely not. But just to be safe, time waste. Just don't take kick-off quickly. We don't need to rush anything here. 4 minutes of added time. They're going away. It's done. A win. We needed that. That is big, big, big for us. Hopefully now we're going to run away with the title. That's the dream. Hopefully we can now run away with the league. I get a sneaking suspicion that isn't exactly how things are going to play out. But similar to last year, there's kind of the team at the top, which, unlike last year, is us. And then there is a pack kind of battling it out for the playoffs. I guess the main aim for us has to be to just try and keep this good run of form going for as long as we can. But right now, having played some of the big promotion favourites, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this season. You can see here, Notts County, who we beat, are now favourites. Cheltenham we've just beaten as well. I guess Harrogate are the logical kind of team to be wary of right now, but currently they're down in 15th. They have not adapted to the league after their relegation particularly well. Just looking across to kind of the games upcoming for us, we have got Harrogate not too far away, but given where they are, it just doesn't feel like an opposition worth being fearful of. I think we might come back for the game at the end of October, a bit of a Halloween special perhaps. We've got Yeovil, it's at home, they're currently in 3rd. Of course, we beat them in the FA Trophy final and the playoff semi-final last year. A familiar team who are going strong. I think that's going to be a pretty fun one. And, well, hopefully, I will see you guys for it. I hope you liked my song, if not my singing. And, well, until next time, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.